Hi, welcome to a 45-50 minute Vinyasa flow. My name's Kaylee. When you're ready, you can meet me in a seat today. I like to kind of say right out the gate, if there's ever any pose that I suggest that your body is like, nope, not for me or not today, please just swap it in with something else that feels good. So much of this practice is about bringing our awareness into our bodies, and it can take some time. But cultivating a bit of an intuitive understanding of what your body needs is one of the gifts, one of the benefits of a regular practice of yoga. And that could be just on your mat, knowing which shapes you need. But it could also be in your life. Hopefully at some point this practice comes with us off the mat and we have a little bit more awareness of what we need in our relationships, in our lifestyle, etc. Anyhow, when you find the pose that you're going to start your practice in, settle in. You're in a seat with me. Go ahead and draw some slow circles with your rib cage over your hips. You can let the pelvis tuck and untuck as you shift forward and backward here. Just move around a bit. Notice how the hips and the side waist feel. Switch the direction of those circles that you're making. Start to connect with your breath. Maybe taking some conscious breaths for the first time in the day. And then let's come through the center. Bring your right hand down, lift your left arm up, find a big side body stretch, and push into the heel of the right hand to make it more of an oblique exercise, or you can just kind of relax into that side body stretch. Big breath in. And let's go ahead and switch sides. So remember, pressing into the heel of your bottom hand, start to feel a little bit of oblique activation in the left side waist. Or maybe today's a day where you want to soften and release some of that muscular tension. So go ahead and take it side to side. Breathing in, breathing out. Warming up through the ribs, the shoulders, the arms. The next time you stretch your left arm up over your head, go ahead and stay there. Big breath in. We're going to turn this into a spinal twist. Bring your left hand outside of your right knee. You can tent your right fingers back behind you. Sit up tall here, rooting down through your sit bones. Reaching the crown of the head right over your sternum. Look toward your back shoulder, maybe not all the way to it, but just nodding the chin to the right, and then slowly nod your chin to the left. Let's do that again. Look back over your right shoulder. As you inhale, come back to the center, reach your arms up, and let's switch the cross of the ankles. Left hand comes down, right arm comes up. Nice long breath in there, opening up through the right side body, and then we take it into our twist to the left. Bring your awareness into your spine and that spiral of energy as you nod your head slowly from one shoulder toward the other. Look forward, take a breath in as you reach the arms up. And then meet me on your hands and your knees. We'll find a tabletop position, moving into cat-cow. So tuck the tailbone under, press the floor away with your hands and your fingerprints. Chin drifts toward your chest and your shoulders melt toward your ears. Stay here. Take a deep breath into your middle back, right toward the bottom side of your ribs on the back of the body. And then exhale, hug your navel in toward your spine. So we're staying active in the middle. Now find your cow, tilt the tailbone up, soften the elbows as you pull the heart through the shoulder blades. Chin might lift up to stretch the front of the neck gently. Big breath in. Take it back to cat just for your breath out. Round your spine, knit the floating ribs in. 2 more times, cow, breath in, pulling heels of your hands toward your knees. Cat as you exhale around your spine, tail tucks. Once more here, breathing in, breathing out. Come to a nice neutral spine here and tuck your toes under. Shift forward so that you feel like your shoulders are right over your wrists. If you have wrist issues, you can make fists instead of be on your palms. Another thing that you can play around with is tenting the fingers to bring some strength and energy into the hands and the forearms and take a little bit of this angle out of the wrist. From wherever you are, this is going to be probably the toughest on tented fingers, cover your knees. Walk the knees a little closer so that they're right beneath your hips. Remember, you could be on your palms or on your knuckles. I'm going to go with knuckles today. All right, let's bring the right knee toward the right elbow and then take it back to a hover. Left knee, left elbow, take it back to a hover. Alternate sides. So we're really getting right into abdominal and core strength in today's practice. Just here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees down, cow pose, maybe press into the palms, breathe in. Pat around your spine as you empty. Come back through neutral. We're going to bring the right knee to the right elbow and tuck the left toes under just to prepare, but keep that left knee down. Take a breath in as you kick your right leg back, lift the chin, point the right toes toward the ceiling. And then bring your right knee to your right elbow again. Round your spine like cat. 2 more. Inhale, cow variation. Exhale, cat variation. Last time, breathe in. Exhale, hold right knee, right elbow. Left toes are tucked to prepare. We're going to take this into 3-legged dog. Push the mat away with your hands and then kick that right leg all the way up. Take a big step between your thumbs with your right hand. Drop the left knee down. Keep the left hand down as you open the right arm. Finding your twist. Reach the crown of the head away from the tailbone. Once you're here, you can choose if you want to untuck the left toes. Maybe walk that left leg back a bit. Use your breath to create a little bit more space in your twist. Nice long inhale. We're going to bring the right hand around to the outside of the right foot. And then let's find a gentle half split. So maybe this is not as deep as Hanumanasana would be, half an hour into your practice or even 5 more minutes into your practice. Just find a gentle sense of lengthening in the back of your right leg here. 2 deep breaths. Working toward Ujjayi Pranayama, the jaw is soft. We're constricting the back of the throat just a little bit. Finish that exhale. We're going to take a strong dragonfly twist now. Walk the hands forward, breathe in, right knee, left toes tuck, left knee lifts, and then peel your right arm up and open so that back leg is really strong. Lift the muscles of the left thigh upward, right behind the left kneecap, and then squeeze the inner thighs toward each other, finding Mula Bandha, just a little bit of a pelvic floor engagement. Nice deep breath in. We're going to step straight back to downward facing dog, straight back to down dog. Pedal out your down dog, maybe separate your feet a bit. So I've been pretty active this week. This practice, I'm going to encourage all of us, myself included, to keep moving, but to find a way to do so that's not going to increase any strain. To move in a way that's just going to help the body kind of recover or repair or build some strength in the gentlest of way. All right, pull forward, high push-up position. Option to drop the knees down and then lower all the way down. So you either got your knees down or not. Let's take 3 cobra roll-ups. Walk the fingers off of your mat out to your sides, elbows point up, fingertips press down. Inhale as you lift the chest. And exhale, roll it back down. 2 more, move with your breath. Last time like that, breathe in. Breathe out. Press it back to a child's pose from here. Knees can be narrow or wide. Just stretch back through your hips for a moment. Lengthen forward through your arms and your fingertips so the underarms light up. It might feel good to shift your torso side to side. You're going to flow through that warm up on the left. Pull forward, hands and knees. Find a cow. Take a breath in. And then cat as you exhale, tuck the right toes under to prepare. Left knee is gonna lift as you come into cow, point the left toes, look forward or upward, breathe in. Left knee, left elbow, cat variation as you exhale, look down. 2 more, inhale, point the toe, lift the chin. Exhale, squeeze elbow to knee. Last time, breathe in. Breathe out. Find 3-legged dog, right knee and left leg lift up high. Step your left foot between your thumbs, drop the back knee down. Supported dragonfly. Press into your right hand. Get long through the sides of your neck and connect with your breath. Take a big breath in. Half split. Frame your left foot or leg. Start to stretch back to your left hip. And we're still just warming up in the body. Breathe into those pockets in the back of your left leg, perhaps that maybe feel a little tight. Feel free to bend and straighten a couple times in that knee if that helps you kind of ease the muscles into this range of motion. Never ever forcing anything. Two more long breaths. Soft jaw. All right, strong dragonfly from here. Walk the hands forward, rebend the left knee, lift the right knee and the left arm. Hug the inner thighs together. So see if you can find some integrity and see squeezing that right inner thigh forward as you press back through your left hip crease. You can even bring the left thumb into that hip crease and gently encourage it back. Take a big breath in. High push up, find your plank pose. From plank, you have the option to drop your knees or not. We're gonna lower just halfway down. Option to stay halfway down or come all the way to your belly. If you land on your belly, come back to your cobra. Maybe keep the hands close. If you're halfway down, pull through upward facing dog. One of the tops of the feet, lift the knees. Arms are straight as you pull your heart through, shoulders melting away from your ears. Take a breath in. Down dog, press the floor away, send your hips back. Walk the feet forward a few inches, maybe even a foot, and then walk the feet to the edges of your mat, so the long edges. Press into your hands so that you're sending your hips back. More weight is in your feet than your hands. And then bring your left hand to your right ankle, finding a twist. Great place to do a little neck check. Shake out some of the cobwebs or the tension in the back of the neck. Let's swap out that twist. Right hand toward your left ankle. Maybe you nod the chin forward and backward here. For balancing effort and ease in the body. Every pose, there's parts that are lit up, muscles that are active, and then there's other areas that we're softening, that we're relaxing. Shift forward, back to your high plank, walk the feet back in. Rock forward, lower half or all the way down. Cobra or up dog. Inhale as you lift your chest. And then press it back to downward facing dog. From down dog, walk your hands to the back of the mat. Walk the hands to the back of the mat. Feet are at least hips distance as you catch the crooks of the opposite elbows. Soften your knees, find a little sway. All right, release the hands down. Heel toe your feet a little closer together. Maybe your big toes touch, but take a peek and see that the outer edge, the pinky toe side of your foot is parallel with the long side of your mat. Slide your palms to your shins, find a flat back as you roll shoulders away from the ears, lengthen from tail to crown, and then catch your calves, forward fold. Unroll slowly. You can slide the hands up the fronts of the legs. Once your shoulders are over your hips, reach your arms up. Take a big long body stretch here. Breathe in. And then catch your left elbow with your right hand. Bend your left elbow. I'm going to turn to the side and take a side bend. Have a bit of a tricep stretch variation here. Keep anchoring down into the knife edge of your left foot. Come back to the center. Take a breath in. All right, left hand to right elbow, side bend, pointing that right elbow up, opening up through the right side body from the outer edge of your ankle all the way up. Inhale, arms up. Bring your hands to your heart. Let your eyes rest on your fingertips or close your eyes down. And just check in. We've been moving for about 15 minutes. How is the body feeling? What do you think you need for the rest of this practice? Is today a day where maybe you need to add in some extra challenges? Go for it. Is today a day where maybe you want to take it a little bit easier with me? Awesome. That's what I'm about today too. Wherever you are, set an intention to be really true to yourself in this space. Meet your own needs as best as you know how, and not to worry about fitting in or doing everything that I do, or even doing everything that your ego thinks that you need to do. And breathe that intention in, one big cleansing breath, nice long inhale, fill the belly, fill the chest. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Blink your eyes open. Reach upward on an in-breath, and then forward fold, hinge your hips, soften your knees. Walk your hands out to your high push-up. Take a breath in as you shift forward. Lower half or all the way down, nice and smooth, cobra or up dog, breathe in. And then downward facing dog, breathe out. Reach the right leg high back behind you, finding your three-legged dog. And then bring your right knee to your right elbow. Shift forward so your shoulders are over your wrists. Kick back, three-legged dog, breath in. This time, bring your right knee to your left elbow as you exhale. Same alignment, shifting forward, shoulders over wrists. Kick back on the inhale. Let's step that right foot forward behind the right wrist. Maybe you peel the heel of the right hand up a bit. Spin your left heel down. And then keep the torso parallel to the floor as you find airplane arms here. So we're finding lightning warrior. Anchor down through the big toe mound of your right foot and press back into the knife edge and the heel of your left foot. Pushing into your feet, keep that lunge in the right leg as you rise up into warrior one. Chest lifts, arms lift. The palms are facing one another. They might even touch. And stay here. Take a big breath in. We're going to find warrior two to the back of the mat. So reset your feet. Take up a little bit more space between your feet on your yoga mat. And then turn the thumbs to point upward. Palms face forward. Hug the shoulder blades toward one another. You might even be able to kind of bend your elbows and squeeze the shoulders together a bit more. Drop back into your lunge. If you need a focal point for your eyes, look toward your left thumb. From here, reverse warrior, reach that left arm up, open through the left side body, press down into your left foot. Even though you've got that knee bent, push down into the left foot and pull up through your left arm. Breath in. Extended side angle, left forearm, left thigh, right hand might catch your hip, might reach straight up, or perhaps it reaches over your head. Keep spinning the chest open as opposed to closing your chest down toward the mat. You keep twirling open, maybe even take your eyes up toward your right pinky finger. Stay here or engage your core. It's called Uddiyana Bandha. We hug the belly toward the spine. Maybe reach both arms toward the back of your mat in line with your left knee. Take a deep breath in. Prasarita, pivot the toes toward the long edge of your mat. Drop the hands down. Take it out a bit. Maybe you sway side to side. In Prasarita, stay here or interlace your hands at your lower back. Find a bit of a shoulder opener here, rock your shoulders side to side. Chin drops toward your chest to open up the back of the neck and the upper back. Release the hands down. Pivot the toes toward the top of the mat. Look forward, bend your left knee. Drop the left knee all the way down. Bring your hands to your heart as you find a supported crescent lunge. So back toes stay tucked here today. We're going to shift the hips back a little bit. Tuck the tailbone a smidge so that you feel a sense of length in your left hip flexor. Reach your arms up over your head. Take a deep breath in. Bend your elbows, goalpost the arms. Keep the tail slightly tucked as you open your heart toward the ceiling. Breathe in. And then we're going to frame out the front foot. Step back, high plank to low plank on a breath out. Upward dog or cobra, breathing in. Downward facing dog as you breathe out. We'll take that on the left. Inhale, left leg lifts. Left knee, left elbow, shift forward. Kick back, breathe in. Left to the right elbow as you breathe out. Stretch it back, three-legged dog on an inhale. Left toes behind left wrist, or maybe reset underneath the left palm. Pivot the right heel down, and then airplane your arms, torsos parallel to the ground. Draw the belly inward away from your front thigh. Press the floor away as you rise up, warrior one. At any point, you can adjust your feet. You'll see me doing that quite a bit as we move through a flow. So keep checking in with your foundation. And your mat, we always want to keep checking in with the foundation. And then there's an obvious metaphor for our lives as well, right? So keep checking on those points where we're building from. The stronger our base, the more we can grow in a way that's stable. Take a breath in. Warrior two to the back of the mat. Taking up some space between the feet, pressing down into the feet, turning the thumbs to point up and hugging the shoulders toward the midline. Imagine that you're trying to lengthen your mat out underneath you. Reverse warrior. Push your right foot down to stretch up through your right arm. One more long inhale and then extended side angle, right forearm, right thigh. Remember, left hand can catch the hip and reach straight up, or maybe it reaches forward. Keep twirling the chest toward the side. Maybe your eyes work their way toward your top pinky finger. Abdominals pulling in, tuck the floating ribs, those bottom ribs in, and then stay here or reach both of your arms away from you. Option here, if that's too much on the shoulders, to bend the elbows, take kind of a cactus shape, or to even bring your hands to your heart. Nice long inhale. Prasarita. Pivot the toes, drop the head, sway it out. This time, option to bind your big toes with your peace fingers. If you try that bind, go ahead and bend your elbows a bunch. Try and create like a rectangle with your arms and your mat, and then drop the crown of the head down. Keep the heels connected to the mat, but shift your weight toward the balls of the feet. Press down through the balls of the feet, push down even into your big toe as you lift with your fingers. Release that bind, walk your hands to the top of the mat, drop your back knee down, hands to your heart, right toes are tucked. Pause here, do a little check-in with your ribs and your pelvis. See if maybe finding a little pelvic tilt, and then pressing energetically. The left foot is dragging energetically back, and the right knee energetically forward, finding some stretch in that right hip flexor. Reach your arms up, breathe in. Bend your elbows, big stretch through the chest. Nice long inhale here. Plant the hands, step it back, and flow through your vinyasa. Option to skip the vinyasa and step straight into down dog any point. I might start doing that. From your downward facing dog, we're gonna look toward the top of the mat and then walk or hop your feet forward between your hands. Feet are about hips distance, halfway stretch, breathe in. Forward fold as you breathe out. Stand all the way up on the inhale. And then lightning chair, send your hips back, long through the spine. Imagine the triceps, so the back of the upper arms pulling toward each other as you draw the pinky fingers toward each other as well. Keep pressing down through your feet. We're gonna rise up and bring the left knee to the chest. Push that right foot down, left knee lifts. Nice big inhale, finding your balance. And then we're gonna set up for dancer. So backstroke the left arm as you swing that left foot back behind you. Kick into your left hand with your foot, and then start to maybe lean forward to counterbalance that back leg. Take a deep breath in. We're going to come back to a standing. Exhale, hands to your heart. Reach your arms up on the in-breath. Lightning chair as you exhale, 2 deep breaths. Option to lift the heels and breathe in. To lower the heels, sit lower as you breathe out. One more round of breath. Maybe you lift the heels. I'm going to skip it. Stay for the exhale, push into the left foot. Right knee and arms come up. Find your balance. Find that drishti, that focal point for your eyes. As you backstroke right arm, touch the right foot behind you. Finding your dancer on this side. We're doing a bit of extra hip flexor stretching today. And notice if there's any difference in the right and the left side of your body in this pose. Stay here as you breathe in. Feet under hips, hands to your heart as you breathe out. Reach both arms up on an inhale. Catch your left elbow. Side bend to the right as you exhale. Back to center, breathe in. Catch the right elbow. Side bend, go left as you breathe out. Back to the center, long inhale, maybe you look upward. And then fold forward, empty out. Halfway stretch, take a breath in. Vinyasa, you can step or hop to chaturanga, you can step straight to down dog. Breathing in, you're taking a back bend or you're already in down dog with me. As you exhale, we meet up. Right leg high, breath in. Right knee, right elbow, breath in motion. Inhale, kick back. Right, keep it smooth. Exhale to the left elbow. Some days that's harder than others. Kick back, breathe in. Step forward as you breathe out, straight to warrior 1. Come up on the inhale. To the back of your mat, warrior 2 as you exhale. Reverse warrior, inhale, open the side body. Extended side angle as you exhale. Take one or both arms toward the back, or remember you could bring hands to heart or to the sides, breathe in. Prasarita all the way to the top of the mat, drop the back knee. Inhale, reach your arms up, and then exhale, bend your elbows. We're gonna launch forward into airplane. Press through the right foot, lift the left leg up. Soft bend your right knee, so we're connected to that strength in your right leg. Let the pelvis find neutral here, and then squeeze through your right glutes. We're gonna slowly step back to a knees bent, cover the left knee, hands to heart, supported crescent. 2 little pulses, back to airplane. Do that again. Inhale, pulse that left knee for 2, and 1, airplane pose. Couple more, moving like that. So 2 little pulses, and then an airplane. 2 pulses is totally arbitrary. If you want to add pulses, great. If you just want to step back and take the pulse out, going back and forth, just here for 10, 9 pulses or not. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, meet me in that pulse, in that hover. All right, we're gonna slowly rock that back heel straight in both legs. So left heel, right heel down. Reach the arms up over your head, breathe in. And then sweep the arms down behind you and catch your opposite elbows here. Some of you might prefer to bring your hands into reverse namaste at your back. If you can't catch the opposite elbows, no big deal, bring your hands to your hips. Lengthen out the spine, tiny tuck to the tailbone, take a breath in. And then hinge back as you come into a halfway lift in the upper body. Pyramid legs, halfway lift in the upper body. Lengthen the tailbone, especially your right sit bone back. Reach the crown of the head forward, breathe in. And then release the hands, pyramid pose, drop the head down. Great place for a couple blocks underneath your palms. Let your spine just pour forward over that right leg. From here, we're going to plant the hands to frame that right leg. We're going all the way back to three-legged dog. The right leg lifts way back behind. Breathe in. And then bring that right foot forward again. Drop the back knee down. Reach your arms up on an in-breath. Find your half Hanuman, half split. As you exhale, stay here, breathing in. Breathing out. Full crescent lunge. Rebend the front knee, back toes are tucked. Keep that left knee lifted, nice long inhale. Lightning crescent as you exhale. Back to crescent lunge, breathe in. Lightning crescent, breathe out. Pump the breath, 2 more, inhale it up. Exhale, lightning. Last time, breathe in. Breathe out, come back to crescent lunge, nice long inhale as you look up. Plant the hands. We're gonna walk the right foot about halfway back and then turn the right toes toward the right. Pivot onto the knife edge of your left foot. Reach your right arm up. So that right foot's pressing into the mat. You might have to step it away from the body a bit. Side plank variation. Hopefully lots of sensation happening in a pleasant way from the outside of the right hip and thigh. Take your right arm toward the front of the room. Breathe in. And then plant that right hand down, step the right foot back, flow through your vinyasa, or go straight into downward facing dog. From downward facing dog, we'll put that flow together on the left. Left leg lifts, big breath in. Left to the left elbow as you exhale. Kick back and breathe in. Right elbow, breathe in. Three-legged on the inhale. Step forward on the exhale, warrior 1, come all the way up on the in-breath. To the back of your mat, warrior 2. Reverse warrior, inhale, push the right foot down. Extended side angle as you exhale. Stay here or add an arm variation, breathing in. Sweep the hands all the way to the top, pivot the toes. Drop the back knee, inhale your arms up. Bend your elbows as you exhale. Fly it forward in an airplane pose. Find your balance here. Find those little alignment adjustments. So soft bending that left knee. Maybe even bringing the heels of the hands or the fingers interlaced over the left thigh, the front of the left thigh. Find a little bit more space in your lower back that way. All right, airplane wings. We're going to take it back to that 90-degree knee bend in the back. Back toes are tucked. Hover the right knee. 2 little pulses to airplane. Remember, those 2 little pulses are totally optional and arbitrary, as everything in this practice is optional. And you find a way to tune in to what your body needs. How can you resource this particular moment of your practice? Maybe that means digging down a little bit more with the right foot, or the left foot rather, excuse me. Maybe it means backing off a little bit. We're here for 5, meeting in that hover knee in 4, 3, 2, knee to mat, cover knee. All right, we're gonna drop the right heel, straighten both legs. Reach your arms up, ribs lift away from the hips. And then either catch your opposite elbows, find reverse namaste, or bring your hands to your hips. Shift back through your left hip crease on an inhale. And then find that halfway stretch in the upper body, pushing your feet down for pyramid legs. Lengthen from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Lengthen from your left sit bone to the crown of your head. Breathe in. And then release into pyramid. Let the spine and the trunk pour forward over that front left leg. Two more long breaths. Can you let go of some tension around the jaw, the shoulders? All right, frame that left leg, or maybe walk the hands forward a little bit in front of the left toes. We're gonna find three-legged dog. Left leg lifts, big breath in. Step your left foot through, full crescent lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, lightning crescent. 4 more times, breathe in. Breathe out. Pump the breath, strong fingers. Exhale, squeeze through your core. Last 3. For 2. 1 more full round. Full crescent lunge on an in-breath. Plant the hands. We're going to set up that side plank variation. So swivel to the knife edge of your right foot and then toe heel your left foot more toward the center edge of your mat. Lift the left arm, push into your left foot. Stretch open through that left side leg area. Reach your left arm forward on an in-breath. Plant the hands, step it back, and then flow through your vinyasa. Meet me in downward facing dog. We are going to put that together. Actually, meet me on your in a seat for a moment. We're going to put that together, but we're going to take a little break, mostly for me just to catch my breath. Give my leg muscles a little bit of fresh oxygen and energy, hopefully. Take some wrist release here. You can just release the fingers and roll out through the wrist. Reach your arms up, big breath in. And then bring your hands to your heart. And back to that intention to be true to yourself no matter what. And then press your hands and your knees. Let's change it up a little bit. Left toes are tucked. Keep the left toes tucked. To revisit that cat-cow variation, right leg lifts, bend your knee, look up, breathe in. Right knee, right elbow as you breathe out. 3-legged dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, step it forward, straight to warrior 1. Breathe in. To the back. Warrior 2 as you breathe out. Reverse, open the side body on the inhale. Extended side angle as you exhale. Reach both arms back, breathe in. Sweep it to the top of the mat, drop the back knee. Inhale your arms up. Fly it forward, right into airplane this time. Stay here, take a breath in. Start to bend your right knee up, bunch as you breathe out. We're going to step to reverse warrior. Inhale, open. Cartwheel the hands. Let's find that side plank variation. Right foot plants, right arm lifts. Breathe in. And then downward facing dog, however you want to get there. Pull forward. Whoop, let's get back to hands and knees. So somehow get back to hands and knees so that we can take that cow and cat variation on the other side. Right toes tuck under. Left leg lifts. Take a breath in. Left knee, left elbow, give it a good squeeze. Kick to 3-legged, right knee lifts, left leg up. Step forward. Warrior 1, breathe in. To the back, warrior 2. Reverse, go open on the inhale. Side angle variation as you exhale. Stay there, breathe in, maybe you reach. Sweep it to the top of the mat, drop the back knee. Inhale, supported crescent. Launch it into airplane on the exhale. Bend your front knee, take a breath in. Stay low as you breathe out. Reverse open on the inhale. Cartwheel it down, find that side plank variation. Left foot steps back a foot or two. Press the floor away, reach the left arm forward, breathe in. Plant the hand, step it back. Drop your knees, meet me in a seat on your heels. Add your last vinyasa if you want it. And then find somewhere that you can become relatively still without forcing it. So maybe you shrug the shoulders a couple times or nod the head. Bring the palms of your hands onto your thighs. Elbows point back, shoulders drop back. So for me, movement is a huge part of my toolkit and a huge way that I kind of cope with life. A huge stress relief, big mental health benefit. That said, there will be times in our lives where moving isn't going to be the most feasible or realistic option. Right? Times when we're legitimately tired or ill or injured. Times when life just truly does have too many other things on the front burners to make time. So as much as it's really important to practice moving, to tap into the benefits of that, it's also going to behoove us to make some peace with rest and stillness. Just like, learning to do a push-up or a pull-up or run takes some amount of practice and consistent effort. It's not easy at first. The same is true for some of this intentional stillness, this practice of, we could call it meditation. So allow there to be some discomfort if it's there. Not trying to push that away or fight it or fix it or change it. But see if you can also bring some awareness into the part of you that's willing to cultivate this incredibly powerful skill and tool. You need an anchor for your mind. You can count your breaths. You have to narrate it as breathing in. And then on my exhale, I'll say the number. So breathing in, exhale 1. And then breathing in. As I exhale, I say 2. And keep counting and tracking the breath. If that works for you, we'll be here for just about 45 seconds. Stay here just another 10 seconds or so. Can you soften the jaw, the shoulders? You open around the heart space, throat. When you're ready to do so, blink your eyes open. Meet me on your back with the knees bent. So roll out onto the back with the knees bent and hug the knees into your chest and draw some circles over your low back with your knees. Switch the direction of those knee circles if you're making them. And then we're going to come into bridge pose. Step your feet down. If you know you're done and you have a pillow or a block nearby, you can bring that block or pillow right next to you as you lift your hips, slide that prop underneath your body for support. Otherwise, meet me in an active bridge. Press into your feet. We did a lot of glute activation. So you have the option to really think about kind of firing up and activating the glutes and the hamstrings, right? This back side of the leg, or to take this into more of a back bend. If you're working on finding more of that spinal extension here, especially through the mid and upper back, push your feet away from you, roll back onto your shoulders. Shimmy your shoulders a little closer together underneath your body. Push the elbows down into the floor to activate through the sides of your upper back, mid back. Let your chin lift away from your chest and continue to push the sternum gently in the same direction as your chin. Nice big breath in. Lower it down, slow. Bring your arms to a T or a goalpost, windshield wiper your knees side to side, breathing in. Breathing out. And then last back bend. Bridge pose is option 1 with or without support. And then wheel is option 2. So if you're interested in wheel, come into bridge, walk the feet a little closer to your body. And then turn your palms onto the mat right underneath your shoulders. Fingers are going to point toward your toes. Grip the mat with your thumb and index finger, all of your fingers. And then lift up to the crown of your head. You can pause there. You can come back to bridge from there. Or if your shoulders feel pretty happy here, start to straighten out the arms. Wherever you landed, just circular breathing. So this is this congruent breath. There's no stop at the top of the inhale or the bottom of the exhale. It's just a loop, a continuous loop. And the inhale and the exhale are about the same length. So you might even count the breath here. I'll do a couple of rounds. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale 4, 3, 2, 1. In for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out 4, 3, 2, 1. When you're ready to come out, if you're in wheel, drop the crown of the head first, tuck the chin. Whenever you land on your back, bring your hands one to your belly and one to your chest. And let the soles of the feet connect and the knees part, finding butterfly. And just notice the sensations in your body, the sensations that feel pleasant, the sensations that maybe don't feel so pleasant. And see if you can just allow yourself to experience whatever's arising physically, mentally, energetically, simply in that flow of breath. And guide your knees together. Cross your right knee over your left knee. You can T or cactus the right arm, then drop your knees to the left for a spinal twist. Your nose might point straight up toward the ceiling, or if it feels good, nod your chin gently toward the right. Bring your head back through center, take a breath. Untangle the knees back through the center. And when you're ready, switch sides, finding your spinal twist on the other side, left knee over right. And bring your head back through the center, take a long inhale. And exhale, Savasana. Take your time to get there. If there's any other stretches that your body needs before you can rest, if you want to take a variation of Savasana on your side or on your belly or in the seat, go for it. Even if you have very little time for your practice, see if you can give yourself at least 3 long breaths here without controlling the breath. If you have the time to linger a little bit longer, feel free to shut off the video or the recording. Otherwise, listen for my voice in just a few seconds to close our practice together. And when you're ready to move on with your day, it might feel good to take a long body stretch, to reach the arms over your head, to draw in a big drink of fresh breath. Open mouth exhale. Work your way gradually to a seated position, no rush to get there. So however your practice looked, thanks for showing up for yourself. So much of this work is about consistency instead of perfection. I recently got the advice to strive for like a B- in a lot of areas in our life that we are often beating ourselves up about if we're not getting an A+. So B- work is just right for many, many things. All right, last moment together here, just closing your practice out intentionally, coming back to the intention to be true to yourself. And bring your thumbs to your forehead center, little bow of the chin to the chest, honoring this practice of yoga, honoring each other, and most importantly, honoring yourself. Namaste. All right, awesome work. Thanks for taking care of yourself. I hope that you feel well, and I hope to see you again real soon.